Islamic philosopher Ibn Sina had a thought experiment known as floating man hypothesis, and he argued that we human beings are aware of our own state of being despite taking all of our sensory perceptions. And if you can properly understand this, you can completely heal your panic attacks. If you can just get in touch with your own state of being, with your own state of awareness of your own being, then all of your problems in life will be solved. Now, you don't have to pay a lot of dollars in order to continue your therapy. You don't have to spend so much of money in order to buy anxiety medications, because if you just understand how to properly meditate in order to tap into your own state of awareness, then all of your anxiety panic attacks will be gone. So, listen to me very closely. If you want to see yourself as someone who is very calm, relaxed, happy, joyful, empowered, if you want your friends and family to stop worrying about you, if you want your ex-girlfriend or your ex-boyfriend to look at you and just be jealous about how good you are doing and regret that they ever messed with you, then understand that the universe that you physically perceive, that you perceive with your five senses, is actually immaterial. The physical world that you see is actually just mental and it is spiritual. So, if you can change your state of mind, then your personal reality must change, and even your body is inside your own personal reality. So when you upgrade your own state of consciousness, your biology must upgrade, your physical reality, including all of your circumstances, situation, events, must upgrade. So right now, if you are facing a lot of panic attacks and you're surrounded by a lot of tragic events, then your state of consciousness is at a very low level. But make this at a very high level, and your panic attacks will be gone, and all of your tragic circumstances will start to fall off, and you will be surrounded by glorious circumstances. This is the secret that the ancient yogis have been using, because they knew all about this. That's why they have been calling this physical world as Maya, just an illusion. So understand the three-step process in order to elevate your own state of consciousness. That is, first step is relaxation. Now you can relax doing various activities. Some people relax by going to the gym, but this is not how you relax in this meditation. When you relax, what needs to happen is your brain needs to produce alpha waves and theta waves. Alpha waves makes your brain very good at visualizing stuffs, and theta waves makes your brain very suggestible to your own auto suggestion. Now you can achieve this state by doing yoga nidra meditation, but I recommend chanting Om, A-U-M, Om. I have a video, 20 minutes video on how to chant Om correctly. You can find that out and chant along with me. Now what happens with Om is your parasympathetic nervous system gets activated, putting you at a state of relaxation and preparing you for a state of deeper meditation. As well as, I have personally known people who have healed their panic attacks simply by chanting Om. They didn't even need to do the second step and the third step of the meditation process. Some people are lucky, but listen to me very closely about the second and the third step. After you have chanted for about 20 minutes, then what you need to do is start to imagine a very wonderful scenario. What happens is, after you have chanted Om, you reach a psychological state of floating. Your mind will start to calm down. You're not going to be thinking so much. Your mind is not going to be chattering so much. You are going to be aware of your own being. And this is the point that I am trying to get you guys to tap into your own resource. So chant Om for about 20 minutes and you will get the psychological sensation of what I'm talking about. Now, After you chant, what you're going to do is start to visualize that you are already the man that you want to become, and you are already doing the things that you want to do. So start to visualize that you are already a calm, relaxed, happy, joyful, empowered person. Start to visualize that you are already visiting new places. You're already telling your friends and family, the guys, hey, you don't need to worry about me anymore because I'm fine. I'm completely healed. I have cancelled all of my therapy sessions. I don't buy anxiety medications anymore. You need to visualize that you're drinking coffee again. You need to visualize that you're smelling the aroma of coffee again. You need to visualize that you're dating again, because maybe right now a lot of people cannot drink coffee because of mental pain. They avoid stimulating agents. Maybe they cannot date romantic partners because who can when they are inflicted with a lot of mental pain? So start to date amazing people in your own imaginary scenario. Start to touch their hair, start to smell their perfume, start to hug them, start to hear them say that, oh my God, you're so peaceful, you're so relaxed. How does a person become like you? Start to hear the compliments of people around you. And when you provide all this sensory vividness to your imaginary scenario, the things that you can see, start to go to new places in your imaginary scenario, the beaches, the mountains, the concerts, the social events. When you can provide the sensation of hearing, sensation of smell, the things that you can taste, the things that you can touch to your imaginary scenario, that imaginary scenario becomes very powerful, becomes very potent. Now, there was a guy in 20th century named Neville Goddard. He used to be a very big propounder of this theory, imagination creates reality. So, I'm not going to say that is accurate, but if you can properly make your imagination very powerful and you can embrace the feelings of your imagination, then it becomes reality. So, this sensation, this providing of the sensory vividness to your imagination is making your imagination very powerful. Another thing is, don't imagine as if you're watching some movie, because that is not how you imagine. Start to be the actor in your own imagination. Start to place yourself in the first person in your imaginary in your imagination. Start to do everything by your own hands, by your own senses in that imaginary scenario. What happens is, if you provide enough sensory vividness to your imaginary scenario, your mind loses the differentiation between what an imagined act is and what an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world is. So, when that happens, your brain starts to create neural networks. These neural networks start to reflect like those imagined things have already happened to you. How cool is that? The latest neuroscience has actually proved this. So use this wonderful property of your mind to your advantage. Now, what happens is, after you properly visualize, you need to mentally rehearse this visualization scenario over and over and over again, because you need to make that neural networks hard and set and permanent. The thing is, after your neural networks start to become hard and set, it is going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. Now, suddenly, these chemicals are going to evoke feelings, the emotions, the feelings which are equivalent to your own imaginary scenario. Because your imaginary scenario was wonderful, now you're going to feel all the wonderful feelings, all the elevated emotions of joy, of gratitude, of empowerment. Now, these feelings are actually the secret. These feelings breathe life into your imaginary scenario. Your imaginary scenario, in and of itself, was really weak. But if you can properly visualize it by providing all the sensory vividness and feel the emotions of your imaginary scenario by mentally rehearsing it over and over again, then that imagination becomes reality. So, what needs to happen is, you need to get really good at holding your attention on a particular mental imagery, on a particular imaginary scenario. And it's not an easy thing to do, because right now in modern world we are all constantly bombarded with TikToks, with Instagram reels, with YouTube shorts, with instant gratifications, with drugs, with alcohol. So the attention span of people is very low. But if you properly show up every day, if you just do this exercise again and again and again, just after you wake up, just before going to sleep at night, whenever you get free time in your day. If you just do this exercise again and again, then naturally your attention span is going to be longer. And when you can hold your attention on a particular imaginary scenario for an extended period of time, you can also feel the emotions of gratitude, of joy, of empowerment, all these elevated emotions for an extended period of time. Now, you have been sustaining the emotions of tragedy, of anxiety for an amazingly long period of time, because you have become really good at practicing those emotions. That is why all of your tragic circumstances come to life. So get really good at sustaining the elevated emotions, and you will be surrounded with all the glorious circumstances. You will be healed of your panic attacks. This is a law. This is a changeless law. Nobody can deny this law. I challenge you to prove me wrong by doing this three exercise. If you just prove me wrong by completely following this three step, then I promise I will stop making these videos. I have made a ton of videos on how to completely overcome your panic attacks. But if you still feel like you cannot do it alone, then message me on my Gmail or my Viber, my Telegram, my WhatsApp, which are all in the description box down below. So you have to remember that the sky is the limit. Once you truly know how to imagine correctly, feel the emotions of your desire correctly, everything is going to change after that. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.